What was Tegan like as a child? She was fun-loving whenever she could be. She was very considered, was always seemed like an adult to us and acted like an adult. I guess quite quiet, but when she said something, it was always worth listening to.
And I suppose for Tegan, she was our first child and had multiple periods of being unwell and being not abled. We kind of had to remember that that wasn't what defined Tegan, and what defined Tegan was who she was in herself. And in her own quiet little way, she was really accepting and unfazed about what was going on.
It's a strange mix. She was like this shy child, but she would definitely give anything a go. You just had to kind of give her a bit of a nudge and she would definitely do it. But at the same time, when it was just her, Rose and me, she would definitely be the leader. So she would boss us around and like tell us what we should do, and we just had to like do it.
What was our immediate reaction to Tegan wanting to go to university independent of family? Speechless, which doesn't happen very often in my circumstance, or for me personally. But at the same time, it was like when I digested what she was saying, a light came on for me, and I just thought, this is fantastic. This is Tegan taking real ownership of who she is and where she wants to go, and feeling immensely proud that this is, this is what Tegan wanted to do, and she was going to have a go, just going to really go for it, like you'd want any child to do.
So yeah, I don't really remember exactly the start of that process, but I remember the immense sense of satisfaction and excitement that there was at the end of it, because it was a really long haul, and the fact that it was a struggle for her, and it continued to be a struggle. It didn't just happen overnight, even when she got here. So yeah, it's been a long journey, I think, but it's been definitely a good one.
So I've been working with Tegan now for over a year, and it's been a really great experience. When I first met her, she was just really open and nice and kind of asked me more questions about me, which was cool because we got to know each other real quick, and just been growing our friendship since then. I've been working Tegan for just over 6 months now, I think, and my first impressions were that she was really nice and open, and she's really interested in getting to know you, and yeah, she was really good.
I've only been working for Tegan for 3 weeks now. I met Tegan through Amanda, and my first impressions of Tegan were she was very nice, and she was just open and easy to talk to.
Quite honestly intimidating. When I heard about her, what she's done with her life, at such a young age, she's done so much, makes you feel very inadequate.
I had heard very little about Tegan, but I know that she's like the gift that you get, and you don't know what you have until time goes by. I remember that my dad said that he had a really special friend in mind for me, and when I met Tegan, I didn't realise she would come in this package, but over time I realised she was just more than I could have asked for. For ages I always wanted an older sister, and it's amazing to kind of learn over time that she would fulfill that role beyond anything you could think of.
Me and Tegan for fun, we do just normal things, go out to dinner. This weekend she's actually dragging me to a tattoo expo, so that should be interesting. Always, a good time.
Well, you just kind of do normal things for fun with Tegan. She's pretty out there though, so you can end up doing some pretty random things, but it's always a good experience just hanging out with Tegan.
Anything. As far as I know, I don't think we've hit boundaries. If Tegan thinks about doing something, we think about a way of doing it, because it's just, when you've got a mate who's got that enthusiasm, there's no limit to it.
Most of the times it's just conversations. We're like these two girlfriends who get together, and we never run out of stuff to talk about. There are times when we just snuggle up in her bed and watch quite a bit of Glee and other YouTube videos, things like that. But overall, she's such a fun person to be with. We've been to a concert together.
How has Tegan inspired my life? I was talking about this with a friend the other day, and we were talking about this campaign that Tegan's working on to get onto the Ellen show. And I was saying that the very concept of it kind of terrifies me. But Tegan dreams big and is bold and is hopeful, and that is probably the main way that she's inspired my life.
She has just been the role model that I think I needed. She's just been like that older sister that kind of leads the way and teaches you to just be yourself, to feel comfortable in your own skin. I actually have a scrapbook that Tegan made for me. So this sucker is like 18 years old, and it actually teaches me English. So I don't know if you can tell, but she made this when she was about 8. And it's just like pictures of things and the words that describe it. So even before Tegan really got to meet me, she was inspired to teach me her language in order to kind of get involved and connected to who she was and to just be there for me. So that's probably the biggest thing Tegan has done, is she's just always been there to just support me and show me the way.
New Zealand, she's one of the first people that I made friends with. How has she exactly inspired me is just by being herself, nothing else. She doesn't have to do anything else. She just has to be herself. And everyone who's in her life will know what I mean when I say that. What would being on Ellen's show mean to Tegan? This one thing has stuck in my mind when Tegan said, you know how people have one key ambition in life that they're after, and that is it, that is the thing for them to do? Going to LA and meeting Ellen, that is it for me. And that's when I told her, you know what, we should totally do this. And that's where it all started, and I think it's taken off pretty well. So Ellen, if you ever get to see this, it would mean the world to Tegan.
To all of us.
To all of us, yes. It would actually mean a lot to all of us if you met with her, yes.
So I think that being on the Ellen show for Tegan would really mean a lot, because she's always inspiring other people and it serves as a role model to others. So if she could get to meet her role model, I think that would just be awesome and be a great experience for her to have, and really get that experience back when normally she's the one giving it.
I love Tegan, and Tegan has sketch pens and all that. Ellen, Tegan wants to meet you.
Hi everyone, my name is Ellen Degeneres. I'm 26 years old and I live in the Waikato in New Zealand. My disability is called muscular dystrophy. As you can see, I'm in a wheelchair, but that hasn't stopped me from doing a lot of things that I've set my mind to. One of the things that my disability has taught me is that it's not a weakness, it's not something that I should be ashamed of or that others should see as a reason for me to be limited. I'm putting myself out there to try and get some support so that I can meet Ellen and hopefully go to LA.